What up, though? Welcome back to Sneakers and Sports. We appreciate y'all pulling up. We here to have a dope conversation and, talk about sports and sneakers, our favorite topic. It's real easy, real simple. Continue to like, share, subscribe. We appreciate everybody that does that. We're on the road to 4,000, so we need y'all help. Hit that like button and please support those who support us. LOL Burger Bar, Brown Family Farmers, Boy Retro. It's real simple. Man, I gotta say, I'm loving the Hawks right now. I mean, I think the Hawks got their finger on the pulse with the culture. Now, this is a little bit controversial, but I mean, I still think it, as a person that works in marketing, it's brilliant. The Hawks are having a celebration on the 16th playing the Orlando Magic. They're going to have Tip T.I. performing at halftime. They're going to have Lemon Pepper Lou Wings for Magic City Mondays, honoring the great Magic City in Atlanta. I mean, and then we got this guy, Luke Kornet, that plays for the Spurs, talking
Wait, wait,
about they
wait.
shouldn't do this.
Wait, don't forget before you go into Luke Kornet, don't forget about the fire hoodie
Yeah, yeah,
that they
yeah.
really
Now, if you
they
go to the game,
come
you
on,
you see
man.
it right now on the screen. You will get one of the hoodies. It's on one for everybody. It says Magic City and the Hawks with the peach
You're not
design
gonna
and
get it.
the
No, you have to purchase it.
oh, you gotta
You
buy
have to
that one.
purchase it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So are the cheerleaders and dance team
So
gonna
you just
be
get a
are the cheerleaders and dance team gonna be strippers or something? You know what I'm saying? They doing
and
Magic
now you cooking now. You cook. You on to something. You on to something.
City Monday, you know. I mean,
Hey,
that's
bring your favorite table dancer out there in center court dancing, huh?
oh man, if they do all that, it sounds like they kinda
I
desperate a
think I
little
think
bit,
that's
you know.
going a little too far. That might be going a little too far. That might
I
be
mean,
going a
they
little
got the
too far.
swag shop. Maybe you can get a private dance in the booth or something, like in the
No,
club,
no,
in the
no,
club
no,
room.
no, no,
You're gonna have
no,
to you're gonna have to be 21 or older to get
no.
into the game.
Exactly. Like, this is the thing, like, you're not carding for people to you're not gonna say only 21 and up in, you know what I'm saying,
Hey,
in
not only
State
is it gonna be
Farm or whatever.
21 and up, but you gonna
You're
have to
not
call
you're
for
not
a
finna do that.
table. You gonna have to, wait in the email pass
No,
line.
Kinda
no,
so they're gonna have
no,
good
sir.
wings though.
No, sir. I mean, shoot, you gonna be in that email pass line, you're not gonna get in there until 3 minutes
Until the
left in the
fourth
3rd
quarter.
quarter, like,
The fourth
you
quarter,
in that
let you.
email pass line. Come on, man. No, no. They not finna do that. No, no.
So do you like the promotion though? I actually like the promotion. I think it's different, and you gotta do different. If you're the Hawks, you got no star. This is what you gotta do. They got no stars.
I mean, at this stage in the season and kind of like their outlook, and they've gotten rid of Trae. It's kind of like I don't want to say total rebuild, but it's kind of like a rebuild. And they're getting younger and everything, and so you know, probably how Atlanta is. Like, Trae's gone, and
But they in the
probably
play-in
like
tournament. They gotta do something.
they got to do something. That's what I'm saying. They need to come up with something to keep people excited about still going to these games. And, Magic City Monday is such a first of all, it is an Atlanta staple. It is a
Facts.
legendary Hall of Fame place. Whether people like it or not, a lot of people do associate Magic City with Atlanta. Okay.
Rightfully so.
Mhm. Of
And
course.
it's gone back, early 90s. You can talk about, what I'm saying, the Freaknik era,
Mhm.
the legendary music and entertainers and
Mhm.
sports stars that came through there. And, as some would say, some of the legendary, what I'm saying,
Well,
drug
who's who? Who's a who? You
who's
talking about
who.
Big
Yeah,
Meech?
it's
You
it's
talking
Mhm.
it's
about
just
Deion
big, like
Sanders?
Big
You talking
Meech,
about
like
Dominique Wilkins? It's a who's who.
Yeah. Is it now? Is this something that they're just doing this one time, or they're gonna try to keep doing it?
yeah.
Because
This is
No, it's a
just
one. It's
for
a one-time thing.
for the Monday when the actual Orlando Magic play.
when the
So that's
Magic
why
play,
they're
yeah.
tying it in with
Mhm.
Magic City Monday. Okay.
Got you. Got you.
I mean, for Atlanta, it's great. And I just think if you don't know Atlanta, you're not gonna get it.
Right. Well,
So
Mike, you've been here like I've been here, bro. You remember Magic City, Club Nicky. That was bigger than Magic City at one point. Nicky
Yeah.
was the spot. And then the Gold Room, that was the spot. Remember, that's where all them guys got in trouble with Patrick Ewing and all them.
Mhm. Yeah, they did.
So it's
Yeah.
not like this city is not known for gentlemen establishments. The Cheetah, they used to have the thing for the March Madness. So it's
Mhm.
what the city is known for. So we keep it real in that way.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, Magic City, that was the first strip club I ever been to in my life, you know? So that was the first one I ever been to. Well, I was young, put it that way, but,
Right.
but I went
You've
up
been
in
to
there.
a couple. You've been to a couple in your days.
I've been to quite a few of them, but that was my first one that I've been to. But, the thing about it, I think, okay, because of the nostalgia of, the Magic City and all that stuff,
Not nostalgia, it's still popping.
it's not like how it
Yes.
was though. The nostalgia of it. I mean,
Okay.
when people back in the day when you talk about strip clubs, even though Magic City is a little tiny strip club, it was still a big thing. It was just like it was big. Things out here are not popping the way that they used to be. But
Right.
but I do think because of the nostalgia of it, you might get a few more people in there. That might, but I don't think that it's gonna be anything that's gonna get people to come long term. Like, I don't think it's that type of marketing thing. You might have one good night, but after that,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna go back to the norm, and the Hawks are
You're gonna
just
have
gonna
to
be the
keep on
Hawks.
coming up with
Yeah.
promos.
Right.
That's what they do. They keep on
Yeah.
coming up with some type of promotional, the HBCU night, the
Hmm.
Greek night. I mean, you have those type of promotions to get people to wanna come to the games. But here's another connection. First of all, Magic City is, like, literally down the street from
Yeah.
where the Hawks
It
play.
is. It is.
So, the one of the things to do, which I've actually done, is the second you come out for the game, you go to Magic City. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's like the after
Mhm.
party. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Mm.
So, those 2 are really connected, so it does make sense. Now,
Mhm.
of course, KP, you can talk about they've got some people that have a problem with it, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, this guy Luke
Yeah.
specifically in
Kornet,
the NBA.
man. He's
Yeah.
he's he's doing get off my lawn. I think he needs to mind his own business. Yo, you play for the San Antonio Spurs. What are you doing getting into the Hawks business? You ain't never played for the Hawks, and the other team you played before them was Boston.
Mhm.
Again, not close to Atlanta. So you need to be worried about what Victor Wembanyama's doing and not what the Hawks got to do to get people to come to the game. So I don't really understand this guy's opinion and why it even matters because you don't play for this organization from this city. So I don't really get it. And then to say that, the kids, this is wrong. Let's be honest, yo. The majority of NBA players spend their money and their time in strip clubs. Where did John Morant get in trouble at? In a strip club, right? Was he not in a strip club? Where did Lemon Pepper Lou break protocol and go to when they were in the bubble? To Magic City. Where
Well,
does James Harden spend his
Okay.
time at? Off the court, strip clubs.
yeah, but just to play devil's advocate, man.
I'm about to too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. To play
Go
devil's
ahead.
advocate, one thing with that is you're talking about off the court. Luke Kornet is talking about dealings with the NBA business. He's part of that NBA establishment. All this stuff, how what do the NBA players spend their time off the court and all that? Well, those kids are not seeing them off the court. That's their thing, their personal time. He's talking about what this looks like for
I
the
get
whole.
that.
Hold on, he's for what that looks like for the whole NBA. So, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm with them, but your response to it is a little different because you're talking more personal than
Okay,
Yeah,
so if that's
it
the
is
case, are we
personal.
gonna start saying that certain artists shouldn't be performing because they don't make kids music? Like when they let Boosie
Nah, but
perform, does he make kids
they
music?
don't
He doesn't.
they're not performing the dirt not clean versions.
I get
I mean,
that.
mhm.
they are,
Okay,
you know what I'm saying, making it more family friendly. And the thing
okay,
is, here's
let's
the thing. The Hawks in an NBA game is supposed to be family friendly. It is. All right?
is
So
it?
you're gonna
It's
have a
supposed to be
situation.
fun.
No,
Family
it's
friendly
it's
though.
it's
There's
a family
kids.
friendly, dog. You bring kids to the game, dog.
Okay.
Like they
First
had like
off, it's
they
not like
literally
people are gonna
people
be stripping in the game. There's no
I
strippers gonna
understand
be
that, but
stripping at halftime.
here's the devil's advocate. All right, you have a 7-year-old boy or girl walks in, you bring them to this game. They
Okay.
see Magic City, Magic City, Magic City, and they ask, "Daddy, what is Magic City?" You
No
know,
place
like
for
yes,
adults to hang out,
you're gonna
the
have to
end.
lie, but maybe the
No, you
person
don't. You can
behind you
just
is
say
gonna
it's a
be like,
place for adults
"Hey
to hang
man, why
out.
Or
ain't had no strippers? Oh, they got strippers in here." Like it's not
yeah.
family friendly topic. It's not
Okay,
a
so
Or
family friendly
hold on a
topic.
or
second.
okay. Right.
Go ahead, expert.
Now I was gonna say to piggyback off what Dom is saying, they may not ask daddy or mommy what's Magic City. Most of them got access to the internet just like it. Oh, Magic City? Let me go look it up and see what this is. Oh,
Correct.
they were talking about strippers and shaking your butt and all that at the Atlanta Hawks game. I mean, that's they could look that up.
Okay.
So you
If
know?
that's the case, then why are we serving alcohol at Hawks games? People clearly
Nah,
get drunk at Hawks
that's
games.
no,
That has
no,
nothing to do.
that's
And if
different.
that's
That's
the
not the
case,
same thing.
when you
That's
have a
not the
group,
same thing.
I'm gonna give you an example. When the Migos perform a stir fry at halftime, what is the song really about? It ain't about cooking no dog on stir fry.
I'm
What is the
just
song
Dog,
about? Even if you listen to the clean version. No, what is the song about? What are they
like,
cooking? It's
not
about cooking
everybody knows
drugs.
what that is. Okay,
Then
mhm.
that's the
just
same
like you don't
thing
even
with,
tell your
like,
kids what Magic City is. You ain't gotta tell them
Uh,
that. It's an
no,
adult
dog.
place where
Your
adults hang
daughter
out.
your daughter, just like expert says, after you
mhm.
bring her to the game, your daughter goes ahead and looks and sees everybody celebrating Magic City and she says, "You know what? Maybe I should work there."
Yeah.
Come on, man. Cut it out,
I'm
yo.
just being honest.
Cut it out,
I'm
yo.
just being honest, dog. I'm just
Now
being
you
honest.
wildin', bro. You
No, but look,
wildin'.
look,
You
here's the thing.
wildin'.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The kids are gonna be more likely the alcohol thing that you said was garbage. I ain't even gonna go there, but
Yeah, that's not
yeah,
comparable.
but the Magic
Not
City thing,
comparable.
they're gonna keep that's something that they're gonna keep talking about. Magic City, this is sponsored by
Mhm.
Magic City, Magic City. So after a while, those people, those kids are gonna be like, well, what is Magic City? Now, seeing a
Mhm.
few people drinking alcohol or whatever, the kids not gonna be like, hey, what is this? This is alcohol? This is no, but the Magic City thing is the thing that they're
Okay, what the kids say,
gonna be
Dad, what is
pumping
that
out there.
in your cup? It's an adult drink, and they go Google Heineken. Oh, that sounds like something I should drink.
Yeah, but it's different when you're talking about
It's
something
different.
that's being pumped to them every second. The dad is not sitting there talking to their kid, "Hey, this is Heineken. This is Heineken. Hey, this Heineken."
Right.
But they
No,
got
but you're
alcohol
gonna be
stuff all over the stadium. It even
yeah,
says brought to you by certain.
It's not the
You remember
same thing
do
though.
y'all remember we used to watch games and used to say brought to you by Miller Lite?
yeah,
Bruh, like, that's
but
not
that's not what they're
comparable.
doing.
That's not
Yeah,
what
it's not
here's the
comparable.
thing. The main thing, like, I know you say Luke Kornet doesn't play for the Hawks, but what he
He
does
doesn't.
play for is the NBA, and he's actually worried about the brand itself and how this brand that makes the
You know what?
brand
You know
of
what
the
the NBA
NBA.
brand need to worry about? They need to worry about everybody stop shooting threes. Where you watch a game and
Nah,
dudes make
bro.
7 out of 50. That's what they need to worry about.
He's
They need to
actually
worry
standing
about
up for
guys sitting
women's
games
rights.
out.
The
They need to
realization
worry about
is
teams tanking.
You've seen Players Club.
Okay, I
Dog,
have.
whether you like to admit it or not, some of those women are, number one, objectified. Some of them are sexually assaulted. Some of them are, you know what I'm saying? That happens. Those type of things happen, and they're connected with the adult industry and the adult entertainment industry. And he doesn't want that connected to the NBA. He thinks it's a bad look.
To the brand that he's a part of. He may not want that.
And
That's why he
look,
thinks it's a
So is
bad
it a
look.
look,
bad
as a
look when the
but
Hawks can't get anybody to
I'm
come
at
in their
KP. I'm
stadium? How
actually
about
with
this?
you because I understand Atlanta culture.
Right.
People outside of Atlanta don't understand that, and they
That's why
don't
he need to
get it.
mind his business in San Antonio.
Well, but it's still the NBA. And supposedly David Silver signed off on this. But
You
now
mean
he's
Silver.
not the
Adam
only
Silver.
Adam Silver. I'm sorry.
This man
Yeah,
don't mix
I'm
David
tripping.
Stern and
David
Adam
Stern,
Silver
I
into
was
one person. They don't get the Dragon Ball Z fusion and turn into one
Yeah,
guy.
Adam Silver signed off on it. The thing is too, but Luke Kornet has now backers, including, first of all, number one, Richard Jefferson, and number two, he's got a
Richard
former Hawks
Jefferson is
player,
retired and washed up. He need to worry about
Al
being an
Horford,
analyst.
who's also backed him and said that this doesn't need to be
And when the
happening. But
You know why Al Horford worried about it? He don't want nobody to find out about his skeletons in the closet when he played here. That's why he worried about it. He ain't
Whatever.
mind his business, go play for Golden State.
But hey, but he played here. He lived here. He played here. So I mean, he has his voice.
Okay, so what are they gonna do when the organization's struggling to get people to come to the games?
The same. I don't know.
The
Same
owners
thing they
have
always
revenue
do.
sharing. So what's your idea to replace it then? If you say they need to get rid of it, what's the idea to replace it? That's what I
I
would
didn't
like
say
to
they
We're
ask.
need to
not
get rid of
saying.
it. He's
No,
saying that.
I didn't say that. That's why I said I
Yeah.
would like to ask Luke Kornet, what is your idea to fix it or replace it? It's easy to say you're against something when you have nothing to replace it with.
Yeah, but you don't have to do things. They could be doing things out of desperation. And you
They
don't have.
are.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. When you start doing things out of desperation, you start making bad choices.
Right.
So, and I mean,
It's just
and
like you go ahead.
no. The thing about it is they're just not a real good team right now. And a lot of times when you're not a real good team, you're not going to get those butts in the seats. You're not going to get the people there. There's nothing bringing them in. Hopefully, Jonathan Kuminga could be that for them. I don't know. I don't see him as a star player like that, but they just got to make better choices with the people that they're bringing onto their team. But once you start doing things out of desperation, it doesn't get any better. You might have a big bang one time, a big bang two times, but you're back to where you are. So,
Here's the thing, man. We talking about an organization that has a barbershop in the arena. There's no other
mhm.
NBA arena that has a barbershop. It's
Yeah, but
already a
there's nothing
gimmick.
wrong with a barbershop. Kids
No,
can
I'm
go to
just
a
saying it's
barbershop.
already
Yeah,
a gimmick. So they already doing gimmicks. So this is not nothing new. They already doing gimmicks.
Right,
At the end
but
of the day,
this
you can
gimmick,
say that
this
it worked though, because guess what? Everybody
it
talking
worked.
about it.
It
It
worked.
worked.
I
It's
mean,
great marketing.
those seats, those tickets are sold out. You know what I'm saying? They pre-selling the hoodies. You know what I'm saying? This hoodie's probably gonna sell out, although they're expensive. But they're gonna sell out. And you know what I'm saying? You might see your boy with one. But I mean, I'm just saying, okay, I'm just saying, I can see outside of Atlanta why a lot of people would have problems with this because they don't grow up in that strip club
Here's another
environment
thing
that's
too.
where it's
It's
like
it's
it's okay
it's
to
it's
them.
another thing too. I'm gonna leave y'all with too. It's a Monday, bro. Most people ain't bringing their kids on a Monday. You know why? Because they
Don't
got to go to
matter.
school the
That's not
next day.
true. That's not true.
It don't matter,
That's not
dog.
true.
They
I'm
do bring them.
I'm at those
They bring them.
stadiums. I'm at the stadium all the
I am
time.
too, and it's less kids there on
But
Nah, their
on a
but
Monday
kids
than it
there,
is on
dog.
a
but
Friday.
I'm telling you
Their
that
kids there.
there's still a bunch of kids there.
Nah,
Yeah,
bruh.
that's not
When you
that's
see
not necessarily true.
wrestling Monday Night Raw, that stuff is full with kids.
This is
Like,
not
the
Monday
wrestling
Night
thing
Raw,
is
and
the number
and
of
here's the
kids,
thing.
but
I'm
it
glad
don't
you brought that
matter.
up.
These
I'm
kids
glad you opened the
love
door on that. I'm glad
these
you opened the
kids
door on
love
that.
that. Love
So great.
sports.
I'm glad you opened the door on that. Expert, you're a wrestling aficionado. Would you agree with that?
I used to be.
Okay. Do you remember when we used to watch Monday Night Raw? What they used to have on there?
Yeah, I
They
mean,
had girls dancing in between matches. They had
They
women getting
did.
clothes ripped off of them,
yeah,
simulated sex and kissing and suggestive things that Vince McMahon is sleeping with the talent.
yeah. So
So having a Magic City promotion is worse than that? Than Trish Stratus with a towel on and showing and open the towel to her boss and fake like they doing something?
well, one, here's the thing. Wrestling, first of all, it was a different
It's a
time.
different. It's
But
a
that was wait,
different.
hold on. That was the first thing. It was a different time. We were younger, and that was a way different time than right now. That's one thing. And wrestling, and you see, basketball has made its way into everybody's life without all of that. You see what I'm saying? Without all that stuff, and now to have to go to that or whatever, for some people, for us, we understand the Magic City, but for some people looking at that, they're going to look at it as, why are we being so desperate that we're needing to go do this? Let's find another way. Wrestling was what wrestling was. Wrestling had a bunch of racism. If you look back, had a bunch of racism, had a bunch of sexist stuff all through its core.
Homophobic, a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, homophobic, everything all through. You know what I'm saying? Even starting with the junkyard dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that in
Why a
itself,
black guy gotta be the
yeah,
junkyard dog?
with chains around his neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, that alone
You
was
know what that
there's something
remind me
wrong
of?
with that.
I was watching the other morning. It just I don't know if y'all got the Amazon where it just be like random. It got like these random channels and stuff be on.
Yeah.
And so it got a G.I. Joe channel, and I just happened to turn it on, and it was Roadblock. I was like, yo, why everything Roadblock say gotta be a rhyme? Why he can't just speak normal?
Yeah.
He like Cobra Commander says, we can't get it on. We gonna get it on to the break of dawn. Like, why is he talking? Nobody talks like that.
Yeah, all of it was crazy with wrestling. I mean, Coco Beware. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the whole thing was weird. Jimmy Fox Snooker. I mean, he wasn't necessarily,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Haku,
Yeah,
the
so
great Muda, the man spit mist at people.
yeah, yeah. So it's all kind of
Or
stuff
like
like
now,
that.
this is it's very racist to say it, the Orient Express. Like this, the
Yeah.
Oriental is a rug. It's not a person.
Yeah. See, that
So,
yeah, you
It's like
shouldn't
but
be
why?
saying that and done.
yeah,
Right.
but wrestling has always been like that. Just because they did that doesn't mean it was right. It just worked for them. But basketball hasn't been like that. And now you're doing that to get one big bang, but it's not going to help you for the rest of the season. So I can see
I
where
hear
they're
what you're saying.
I can see where
I
they're
hear what you're
coming
saying.
from. Yeah,
Well, a
business
lot of
wise.
this stems from what Dom said. Remember, Dom made the fusion of David Stern, Adam Silver. It's because Adam Silver has no control over this league, bro. Let's
No,
be
he
honest.
doesn't.
He has no control over this league. The players are running amok. You got guys sitting out missing games. You got teams tanking where it's egregious. People are paying money to watch you put like to go to watch the Jazz and they take their best players out and make them sit the whole fourth quarter in a game they
Yeah.
could win.
Yeah.
So this is what the NBA is boiled down to. And then you're watching a product where every team plays the same. They got guys that can't shoot threes out there shooting 23s.
Yeah. Like
Emeka Okongwu is not a three-point shooter.
Andre Drummond is not a three-point
Right.
shooter.
Andre Drummond, he out there shooting threes, bro.
He shoot threes.
Jalen Duren, like, come on, man. Y'all got to stop this, man.
Yeah.
You go to a game and you watch guys jack up on one side 53s and make 13 of them, and they're going to tell you that was a good game.
Yeah. Well,
That's horrible to watch.
Yeah, the problem is they're not trying to fix what they need to fix. They're actually just coming up with all this other stuff to try to mask all the stuff that they need to fix. They're not trying to do the hard part. They're trying to take the easy way out, and it's not going to work. It might work for a game.
It's the gimmick to get us to watch.
Exactly.
The NBA
All these gimmicks.
You're right. The NBA has turned into WWE / WWF, WCW. It's all gimmicks now.
I don't think it's that far. I don't think it's going that far.
It's hard to watch a whole game now. It really is.
It is hard to watch a whole game.
Unless you're very invested in a team, it's hard. And if you're not invested in one team, you're not going to go and watch 5 different teams or 3 games in one night.
Yeah.
Because here's to
ahead.
Mike's point, I know we said this before on the phone. When you used to watch the Knicks did not play like how the Bulls played. The Bulls didn't play like how the Rockets played. The Hawks didn't play like how the Bulls played. The Cavs, all these teams had their own identity and played different based on their personnel. You didn't see Utah jacking up a bunch of threes. They played
so
pick
you're
and
saying
roll.
everybody trying to be the Warriors. That's what
They are.
Everybody's the same.
They all play pick and roll, shoot threes, and then switch on defense.
Yeah, but
They're all doing the same thing.
But the problem is, first of all, they can't be the Warriors. They don't have Klay Thompson. They don't have Steph Curry.
Right.
That's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing. But the other thing is they're trying to play like the Warriors, but they're not. The Warriors weren't just a three-point shooting team. The Warriors actually had a scheme that they ran, that they still run. They just don't have the players anymore, but they had
the
a
ball
scheme.
moved like crazy.
The ball, exactly. The ball movement, the cutting, and then Steph Curry and those guys didn't always just jack up threes. Steph Curry and them would hit. Klay Thompson hit as many twos as he would hit threes or whatever.
They would drive. They would drive.
They would drive and get to the. Exactly. They had the whole scheme. These teams are just picking. Once a big man switches on you, then you exploit that matchup and shoot a three. You're not even exploiting it and getting to the hole. You just exploiting it and shoot a three. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
bro, you watch a
crazy.
game and they got what's his name? Jalen that plays for the Knicks. I can't think of his last name right now.
Jalen Brunson.
Anyway, they got Brunson and they're playing the Sixers and they do a switch and they got him guarding Embiid. Why would you not give Embiid the ball in the box?
Exactly.
You got a guy that's 6'2" at best guarding a 7-footer and you don't give him the ball on the box? That's crazy. That don't make no sense. And you watch that over and over and over again. It gets to be unwatchable after a certain amount of time.
But that's why those teams aren't winners. They're not going to win. That's what makes OKC so good. It's not that their players are just that much better than everybody. It's that they have good players, but they know how to play as a team, and they know what they're doing. They're not just
scheme.
They have a scheme. Exactly. So that's why they win. So
Dom, when you go to the Hawks game, any other game, the teams have, especially them teams like the Hawks that are in the middle, that are in the worst place. They're not bad enough to get, good, and they're not good enough to compete. They have no identity. They have no scheme. That's the biggest problem. That's why experts said, hopefully Kuminga gives them identity. Because I'm watching the game the other night. I see Bob Rutherford go crazy. Neek, you see he's doing a windmill, Neek. He got a windmill now. He's losing his mind. He's switching hands, Neek. Look like you, Neek.
Okay, calm down.
But that's what he was saying, though.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
That windmill looks so ugly, but
yo, who has a good windmill anymore anyway? I don't know. Maybe Zion, I guess.
Wemby. He could just stand there and do.
Nah.
You can't have a good windmill. You 7'5", dog. You can't have a good windmill 7'5". Nobody really windmills anymore either. Yeah, nobody really windmills anymore. I don't know why. It's a good dunk in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But, Kuminga's averaging like 27 a game right now?
Yeah, since he went.
In his last 3 games, since he actually played. And right now, the Warriors looking kind of crazy where they gave him away for nothing. They gave the guy away for a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
this looks like this might work out when Jalen and him are healthy. You might have something. If you can
Mhm.
figure out how to get these two guys to go at the same time, the Hawks might have something now. This might be the infrastructure of working on turning the Hawks around. And especially since you got rid of Trae and they gave Trae away for nothing.
Yeah.
And they haven't really figured out how to get Shea better. So I kind of like what Kaminga's doing. It's nice to see the guy smile and get an opportunity because obviously Steve Kerr just hated the guy and wasn't gonna play him.
Yeah. Well, he got 27 points his first game, but I think he's only averaging about 21, which is still more than what he would average in the Golden State. I think it's something like that. But Kuminga is doing this thing with the Hawks. He's really showing that, that Golden State made a mistake. I mean, Kuminga really could have been, another good option for them. I mean, they need points. Golden State needs points. They need more scoring. They need more firepower. They need somebody that can get to the hole and do some things. And Kuminga is showing that he can shoot the three too. So yeah, so I don't know what they were thinking over there. He would have been a good compliment to Steph and all them, but he's with the Hawks now and he's doing his thing.
Dom, how do you not play the guy and Jimmy Butler is hurt? Like, how do you explain that? Like, if you was the owner, wouldn't you go to Steve Kerr and say, "Why did you not play this guy? Jimmy Butler's hurt. Why did he not get in the game?"
I mean, it's probably a situation where, I mean, Steve Kerr has already won his championships. He's dealing with, what I'm saying, maybe a new general manager that wasn't with him back then. So, I mean, he's letting him run his team, what I'm saying? And whatever issue they had, maybe it just didn't work. So they let him walk. Now, I still think it's a little too early. Like the kid has
Yeah,
crazy athleticism. I give you that. I've seen what I'm
He got that
saying, the
windmill.
dunks. Yeah, I get it. I get it, but, I think let's pump the brakes, you know what I'm saying? So far so good, but I gotta see it. I gotta see more. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So let's just see more. He's got his chance to play more now, to get in the game. He looks like he's happy. He looks like he's excited to be with Atlanta. So, I mean, that's all a good thing, but
He's excited about them lemon pepper wings and that Magic City Monday. That's what he's
God, dog,
yeah,
like, really?
he might be. But
You
here's
think
the
he been to
thing.
Magic City yet?
he been.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know you're saying you got to see more, and yeah, we all have to see more. He hasn't been over here long enough. But even before he played one game with the Atlanta Hawks, we knew that he should have been playing on the Golden State Warriors. You look at
Yeah,
their team.
absolutely.
Yeah, you look at
Absolutely.
the players that are playing ahead of him. Those guys are not very good. So why is this guy not playing? The one of your most athletic people that you have on the team. So I don't understand. It just didn't make any sense. And yeah, he's playing well with the Hawks. Like I said, I don't see Kaminga as a star. I don't think Kaminga I don't think Kaminga could be your number one option and you win a title or anything like that. But I do think that he can really help a team, especially as like a third option or something like that, or maybe even a second option, can help a team. But I think Golden State, they messed this one up for real.
What do
To me,
y'all compare Kuminga to? Who do y'all compare him to?
that's a good question. I would say for me, what I see from this team move is kind of like when Gilbert Arenas left the Warriors. Like you knew he could play, but then you was like, man, he could really play. He could help a team out a lot. He's a good player. I'm not saying he's going to be the team leader like Gilbert, but obviously his game was seriously underrated with the Warriors as opposed to with the Wizards. And I see kind of that same transition with Kaminga. Plus, to experts' point, you knew the kid had some level of game when you saw him help you with the championship. He
Yeah,
played in the rotation and was a valuable guy to help you win a championship. And then you just put him on the bench because you don't like the guy?
yeah.
That's stupid.
I don't know who I compare him to, but I do think he could be a high level role player. Honestly, I don't think that he's a star, but I do think he's a high level role player and he's better than most of the people that Golden State had. I can't really think off the top of my head right now who I would compare him to though.
What about this is just off the top of my head, like a Robert Ory.
Nah, because Big Shot Bob wasn't a guy putting the ball on the floor like that. Maybe when he was younger.
Okay.
N
When he
I
was
just think it's
younger.
a different role, but I think he's more of like a microwave type guy that's gonna come in and get you some bucket.
Hmm.
Similar to a Lemon Pepper Lou or some of them guys that would come in and just kinda scorch you real quick. They could be
Yeah,
hot and cold one day. I kinda see more of that. I'd probably say like a Jason Richardson maybe. You
yeah,
know,
something like that.
Okay,
real
Jason
athletic.
Richardson, I think yeah, that's about fair. I think that's
Yeah,
the best
real
comparison
athletic,
right
not your best player, but not not your worst player and a really good
Not your worst
compliment to
player.
your stars.
Yeah, but a
A
good
decent
compliment.
player, a decent player,
Yeah.
and athletic, a Skywalker, as they would say. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I get that.
I don't even really see Kuminga as a Skywalker. I think he's athletic. I don't think he's any more athletic than another person on the team. He's athletic, don't get me wrong, but when I see him get up, he's not really getting up any higher than most of the other people I see out there. He's just a good player. He has athleticism. You look at Golden State, most of those guys aren't as athletic, so I think he would have
Yeah.
worked over there. But if you look at it, there's a lot of guys that I'm seeing out there that are way more athletic than Kuminga.
Yeah, or like, Wallace. Remember Wallace that played for the Bobcats?
Mhm.
Crashed?
Yeah.
Somebody like that can go get their own basket that don't have to, get everything
Well, are
off
you
of,
are you talking about
Zig.
are you talking about Gerald Wallace?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm talking about when he got to the Charlotte, he could get his own bucket.
Yeah, yeah,
Not in Sacramento, he couldn't get his own bucket in there,
yeah.
but his game expanded and
I'm
he
about
got
the
better.
Bobcats.
Mhm.
The Bobcat version of him could get his own bucket. So
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
like that. Real good. And here's the thing, if you got him bringing you 18 to 20 points, and then you got Jalen Johnson bringing you that same 20 and above, now you got something to work with. You got a baseline now.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I think it's working out. I commend the Hawks for the move. It helps soften the blow of you letting Trae Young go, especially the fact that you basically let him go for nothing.
Mhm.
And CJ McCullough ain't gonna play that much longer. He's at the end of his career.
CJ
He can get
McCollum,
buckets, but he's on the backside of his career.
yeah, he been having some good games though. I mean, CJ
He has.
McCollum, yeah, he been doing his
He
thing.
has, but he's also, if you look at the Hawks, they're not really competing like that. They're in this weird, playing spot. So some
Mhm.
of it's empty calories. But again, shout out to CJ McCullough. Looks like our homeboy Steve, Steve's twin.
Mhm.
But shout out to CJ McCullough, man. I like seeing that the Hawks are at least trying to make some moves to get better. So I commend them on that. They're not just kind of staying pat. Nickeil Alexander Walker, great signing in the offseason. So I just want to see him play Resache more. I feel like he's being underutilized. I kind of see what Steve Kerr was doing with Kuminga. That seems to be what is happening with Resache and Coach Quinn.
Yeah,
Mhm.
could be.
So
Could
we'll
be.
see where that goes. But talking about going, man, we gonna we gonna stick with some of these Warriors for a second, man. We gonna talk about going. Draymond Green is going crazy right now. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, where he's basically saying, why are we giving Nico such flack about this trade to Luka? And that, possibly he shouldn't have been fired. The man should have been fired. It was a horrible decision, a horrible trade. You don't trade a young guy that's 25, and I think Luka just turned 26, for an older player that can't stay healthy. In the last three years, the man ain't played more than 30 games. I would
Yeah.
never do that. That's stupid. And you should have opened the trade up to the whole NBA and ransomed the man off. Get what you can get. They got fleeced.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I agree. The only reason why they shouldn't have made that trade is because Anthony Davis is injury prone. That's the only reason. I actually think it was a great trade if he wasn't
If
injury
you would've got
prone
the
like
right
that.
pieces. I
Yeah,
think
if
if you would've got the right pieces for him.
if Anthony Davis wasn't injury prone, I think that would have been great for that Dallas team. And if he didn't get injured and
Bruh,
if he didn't get injured and Kyrie didn't get injured, I think that's a championship for that team. But
I hear you. Me and you have
you know,
talked about this at length. I feel like that's like, you know, man, if Carlos Boozer had to stay with the Cavs, if uh, you know, Josh Smith had to develop the rest of his game, it ain't gonna happen. We know that. You know what Josh Smith was. You knew what Anthony Davis was before you trade him. A guy that's injured all the time. The man literally is what's his nickname? Street clothes.
yeah,
That was his
but
nickname before he got to Dallas.
that's
Why
Right.
the
all.
hell would you trade your best player for a guy with nickname Street Clothes?
Yeah, but they didn't have to put it all on Nico because Nico can't do the trade without the ownership saying yes. So I mean, you know,
But here's the thing, the fact is, it wasn't like he announced to everybody that Luka was available. I'm taking all offers.
yeah,
That's
That's
the
the problem.
issue. That's the issue. It's like you just went and just said, "Hey, I'm gonna talk to the Lakers and we're gonna talk about trading Luka." And it's like, dude, like you didn't want to also have that conversation with other GMs that have maybe younger players that aren't injury prone, that
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, or teams with a lot of picks, so you don't just get Cooper Flag, you get a bunch of other first rounders or second rounders or something like that. Like to just
mhm,
go, and the big piece is pretty much street clothes. The most, like, the man never plays. And he didn't
Yeah.
play before he got to the Mavericks, and it's just like
He
and then
was
he's,
injured
like,
when you
6 years
traded for
older,
him. He was
Mhm.
injured when they made the trade. That's what makes it nasty work.
Was he?
and he's older
He
too.
He wasn't injured when they made the play.
He was. He didn't debut until, like, a week later because he had an injury before he got
Well,
right
still,
when
he
he got
did
there.
debut, and he had a
And
great
he
half,
played
and
one
then
Yeah,
game
he
and
had
got hurt.
he had a great half, and then
he had
he
a
messed
great
up.
half, and then it was over.
But
I mean
like I said, a player like Anthony Davis without the injuries is exactly what Dallas needed. And I could see why they wanted to get rid of Luka. I can see why they want to get rid of Luka. His attitude, there. I mean, you can see how his attitude is with JJ Redick. Now, I think it was a bad trade too because of what we knew about Anthony Davis, but I can see why they would want to get rid of Luka.
Let's put it like this. Imma take you back. You remember the Orlando Magic with McGrady and Grant Hill. You remember that?
Mhm.
Yes.
It didn't work out because
Remember
of injuries.
how great Grant Hill was before he got to Orlando. We all remember
Yes.
that, right?
The
Yeah.
ankles, his
And
ankles.
remember they were trying to sign Tim Duncan. So we gonna adjust this a little bit.
Mhm.
If you were the Spurs and you traded Tim Duncan and you know Grant Hill been hurt all this time over and over again, would you make that trade?
But they weren't trying to trade Tim Duncan for
I get
Grant
that. I'm
Hill.
just saying, just look at it as a parallel that you know the
Oh,
man
okay.
got a
He said
bad
Oh,
ankle.
yeah,
hypothetically,
if they're trying
hypothetically,
no,
hypothetically.
no, of course you don't make that trade. No, of course. But, I mean, I'm saying the same thing y'all are saying, that they shouldn't have made the
That's the
trade.
part. So
But
so Draymond is, like, partly right in regarding just like what experts
Draymond
said,
caping for this guy.
wait,
He caping for
just like
Nico
what
because Nico
experts
worked for
said
Nike.
that there are flaws in Luka's game that he's not untradeable. Like, he's not, you know what I'm saying? He's not like, "How dare you," you know what I'm saying, "trade Luka." I don't see he's a how dare. He's not a how
yeah,
dare. But you needed to get a
yeah.
better, like, basically swap for a trade for him.
Like,
Like,
they
that
shoulda
that
got
it just
Giannis.
didn't work.
They shoulda
Yeah,
just they
there
shoulda
you
got
go.
Fact,
Giannis. That would have been
fact.
they didn't have look, I wouldn't have put Luka out to the whole NBA either, right? Or whatever. I just wouldn't have put it out like that I'm trying to get rid of Luka and all this
Why
stuff.
not?
And you don't have to call you don't have to put it out. You can call, though. You can just make a call and be
And
like,
that's what I was getting to, that
"Yeah,
I would because there's only a few people that I would have took for Luka anyway. So there's no need for the Grizzlies or for anybody else to even be in this. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to Milwaukee. I'm gonna talk to them about Giannis. Anybody that I'm willing to, trade on for, but I'm not gonna put it out for the whole league because you can give me all your draft picks and all your players, and it's not gonna be good enough for Luka.
Right.
So
It'd be like if you gave
yeah,
away Shaq for a bunch of draft picks, you still
yeah.
gave Shaq. It's kind of crazy.
Exactly, and that causes a stir, and then you gotta go through, "Nah, let me just talk to Milwaukee. If I can't get Giannis, then I keep Luka." It's something like that. I know I'm not gonna get the Joker, you know what I'm saying? So,
right,
No.
yeah, so, that's
right."
how I would do it,
I mean,
but
are you called Boston? Give me Jason Tatum.
I
no,
mean,
that's not worth it. I wouldn't even
even
did that.
even if this is a crazy and I
That would have
wouldn't have
been
done
better
it,
than what they got.
I wouldn't have
even
did
if
so I wouldn't have did that. Go
I
ahead,
wouldn't
though.
have done this, but even if they would have went after Zion, at least he's younger than
That's what I was
AD.
yeah, at least he's
Hey, at
younger
least he's
and look,
younger.
he's healthy now. He is on the court, but he's
He's on the
younger.
court
You
right
got a
now,
longer
but
runway for him to maybe get right.
yeah, that would have been a terrible trade too, because just like we have the history on Anthony Davis, you have the history on Zion. So that
True.
You
that
do.
that would have been a terrible trade too, man.
But here's the thing. I agree with Dom because Zion is younger and you got a longer runway that he might get healthy again.
No,
The
And
let
then
me
runway is a
you don't
lot
know
shorter on AD.
it would have to be Zion plus picks, though. It wouldn't just be Zion. Like, I
no.
would look for some other picks too.
Imma
So,
tell
but
you
I'm just saying he's younger.
no, forget that younger stuff, man. Imma tell you why this Imma tell you why Zion would have been a terrible pick. It would have been even just as bad as Anthony Davis. First of all, we talked about the injuries. We know that because he's had those injuries, but you're the one of the biggest reasons you're getting rid of Luka Dončić is not because we know he's a great offensive player, but defensively, he sucks at defense. If you watch Zion, Zion is like a LeBron James. He'll get the block, but it's like a off the ball, block or something like that.
A chase down.
Zion is not a good defensive player. When he's playing one-on-one defense, his guy gets by him. He's not good So why would you trade Luka Dončić, who's a way better offensive player than Zion, to bring Zion over and have the same defensive lows that you already have?
Yeah,
That
we
doesn't
we
make any
we're not
sense.
saying that we're not saying that's wrong. We're just saying that you have with him being younger, you have a better chance of him working out the health thing. And yes, he's maybe not a great on-ball defender, but he's a pretty good team defender.
He's
Luka's
not a
not a good on-ball defender, and he's not a good team defender.
Zion
He ain't
is
got
not
no chase down blocks. He don't do that. Let's be
Zion
honest.
Zion is a terrible defender though. That's what I'm saying. Zion is more athletic, so he might get some blocks because he's more athletic. But Zion has never been a good defender. He just focuses on his offense. That would have been a terrible trade. One, because of the injuries, because the same thing y'all said about Anthony Davis, we know about Zion. There's been times where Zion has come back and he's played half the season and then he's injured again and he's injured all next season.
I
That's what we've seen from
bet
him.
you.
So, you know.
I bet you the Mavs wouldn't have traded away Zion like they just traded AD to the Wizards. They would have been like, he's young enough, we can maybe develop. We'll take him and still try to work with him. I bet you they would not have given a young Zion, even with the injuries, to the Wizards like they sent AD off for nothing.
Well,
Like
Yeah, they
I'm
just
just
gave him away. Like, get this guy out of here.
what
Like,
I'm saying is I hear you talking about how young he is, but far as basketball goes, that would have been a terrible trade. The reason why they got Anthony Davis wasn't just because Anthony Davis was a good offensive player. They got Anthony Davis because he was a real good defensive player. They just didn't take into account
4
all that.
years ago.
He was still, even whenever he plays, even when he played that half, he played good defense.
You
Anthony
see
Davis,
that?
no, but what I'm saying is you're talking when you talk about Anthony Davis, you keep bringing up his injuries, but when you talk about Zion, you're like, "Oh, but he's young, forget his injuries." No, he's always injured just like
We
Anthony
didn't say
yeah,
Davis.
he's
forget his
injured.
injuries. He
But
just
He's
has a
injured.
better chance of getting right than AD does.
the difference, I wouldn't have trade. It would have been a dumb trade regardless. The Giannis would have been a good trade because
I agree.
Giannis is not injury prone like that. Yeah, he got injured, but he's not injury prone like that, and he's a good defensive player. But the team that they were trying to have a defensive team. It just didn't work out because Kyrie's
Yeah,
injured.
but here's the thing, man. You pretty much knew that wasn't gonna happen. Like,
That
it
was
was
not.
so obvious that that was a pipe dream. That's only gonna happen on NBA 2K, and even the man get injured on 2K.
I bet.
He
I
played with himself. Remember that, Dom? He picked and played with the Lakers, and he injured himself on 2K.
No, I got that. Like I'm
I
not
bet you
arguing that.
The Lakers right now, if they would have said straight up Giannis for Luka, the Lakers might even do that trade right now. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like I just don't see the Milwaukee saying, okay, yeah, give me Luka and for Giannis. Like the reason Giannis
Well,
didn't even
the
why
get
reason
not?
he's
traded
saying
this
that is
time
because
No.
is
Giannis
because
wants
they're
out.
asking for a lot. They asking
Oh,
for
Right, but
everything.
you can
Dom.
ask for a lot, but if ain't nobody got the price to pay it, it doesn't matter.
Exactly,
They had the
Dom.
price.
We bringing that up like KP said because Giannis wants out, and they were already looking for
I get it.
They're already looking for suitors for Giannis. So if you're going to trade Giannis and you're going to get a star like Luka, at least Luka's somebody that you can build around or whatever. So that would have been a better trade than Giannis, and they're trying to give you Trae Young. The Hawks trying to give you Trae Young or something like that. Somebody
Right.
you're not gonna really,
Trae Young and Jalen Johnson.
yeah.
I
At
mean,
least,
Jalen
yeah,
Johnson's a good ascending player, but he's not Luka Dončić. I
exactly. At
mean, and let's
least,
be honest, they're probably gonna get lowballed for Giannis because everybody know
exactly.
you trying to get off of him, and the players that you want, the Shays, the Lukas, them guys are not available. The
Nah,
Joker, none of them players are available. Now you talking about tier 2 and tier 3 players. Trae Young, we've heard his name for Giannis. We've heard Evan Mobley for Giannis, and
yeah.
I like Evan Mobley for my team, but he ain't in that stratosphere. It's a
Exactly.
it's a hope that maybe the guy will get good, but right now he's just average.
Luka was the best player that you were gonna get for Giannis. He was the
Right.
best player that and he's the only one on
I
Giannis's
agree with that.
level that you were gonna be able to get. So that would have been a trade that they might have did because of the situation that they were in. Though whatever that would have helped Dallas more, but they went with Anthony Davis and didn't talk to Milwaukee, and that messed them up. The Zion thing would have been terrible. Anthony Davis thing was terrible. The only thing that would have worked with the type of team that they're trying to put together probably would have been Giannis.
Well, to Dom's point though, if you open this up and you have some conversations, you make some phone calls, what do you know? Maybe the Timberwolves say, "Hey, we'll trade you Ant-Man straight up." We don't know that.
That's not
I wouldn't do it,
I doubt it.
but we
hey,
don't
they're
know
not
what
go
you don't know what someone's gonna
You don't
give you.
know, though. You don't know.
that's not
Maybe
gonna
you coulda
happen.
got
Or
a
maybe
young
Houston
Chet
says, "You know what?
Holmgren. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
There
there's
you
a
go."
bunch of players. Like, you could
Holmgren?
have, like, yes, you could have, potentially.
No,
I mean, you don't know.
what I'm saying is that of course they would have gave up Holmgren for Luka, but that would have been so stupid for Dallas. They need to get somebody that's going to help them win a championship. Holmgren is not that good or whatever. Chet
Right. Or
Holmgren is not that good
maybe
of a
you open
player.
this
Say
up
he's
and the
great,
Pistons
but
say, "We'll give you Jalen Duren
he's hype,
and Cade Cunningham." You don't know until you
and
actually
he's not
start a
hurt,
bidding war.
What they
and
wanted,
he's young.
what they wanted was man. What stick? You need to go back to football, man, because you tripping. Chet Holmgren for Luka.
I
Like, come
say,
on, man.
dog,
No, no.
like, again, you are thinking that I'm not saying it's straight up. Like, that's the thing. Nobody's saying straight up. But if Oklahoma City has some picks, if whoever has his New Orleans Pelicans have picks plus Zion, you're getting a younger player
Well,
plus the picks.
that's the only thing that would kill the deal. The Pelicans have no picks. You know who got their pick right now? The Atlanta Hawks.
Atlanta
The
Hawks
Hawks.
had their pick. And then the Thunder, a lot of their stuff you don't want. You definitely don't want their pick. Now, if the Thunder has maybe somebody else's pick, maybe, but the Thunder just gonna be too good. Their picks are not gonna even be worth it anyway.
Well, the Jazz and the Thunder have half of the picks of the whole NBA.
Yeah,
So they got a
yeah,
lot of people's picks. So, those are things you can call up. But like to your point, you missed out an opportunity where it was just the right opportunity. A great player wants to get out of his situation, is
yeah,
available. Kind of like Charles Barkley, right? Look at when he went to Phoenix. He took him to the next level. He just happened to
yeah.
be available. That ain't a guy you're gonna be able to get on a regular basis.
I say you get Giannis, but if you can't get him, then you keep Luka. You
You know
don't
what's crazy?
just trade him for nothing else. Go
Luka
ahead.
been traded twice for like basically nothing.
Yeah.
The Hawks gave him up for nothing,
Well, they gave him up
because
for
now,
Trae Young.
but
They
at
gave
the
up
end of the
Trae
day,
Young.
Trae
Don't
Young ain't
say
even on the
nothing.
roster no more. And that was
Yeah,
a bad trade. That was a horrible decision.
it was a bad
It's like
trade.
twice he's been in two really lopsided trades. The Trae
Mhm.
Young was lopsided, and now this one was like in the top 3 of the worst trades of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, if people keep trading Luka, maybe he should look in the mirror.
Oh, he's only been traded
Nah,
2 times. Cut it out,
yeah,
yo.
and then the
And one of them
ones
was before he was even on the
yeah,
court.
yeah, one of them was before they even knew what, like he didn't even play a game.
He's an exciting offensive player, but he's got some flaws.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
a
it
lot
is
I
of
what
mean,
it
all
is.
NBA players got flaws,
a
man.
lot of people have flaws. Here's the thing, his defense is terrible, right? But I don't think that they traded him just because of his defense, because you can put people around him
No,
and stuff like that. It's his
they felt like they
attitude is
could
what I
win with
think.
him. Yeah, they
It's
felt
them
like they
No,
could
beers.
win
no.
It's
with
them
him.
beers after they
The
win.
Yeah.
conditioning, you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
they had just got to the finals, so they probably was like, "No, we can't win with them because they just got to the finals." But it's that attitude. It's the conditioning, of course. He wasn't conditioned, and then also his attitude. Like I think that
The
had a lot to do
complaining
with
to
it.
the refs too. He's always complaining to the refs constantly,
Yeah,
and
and
he
if
doesn't
he's
even get back on there when he's complaining. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and if he's doing that to the refs, there's no telling the way he's talking to his coaches and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Who you are is who you are.
That's true too. He does seem like he's arrogant. I have to say that. He
Yeah,
does.
he just slapped JJ Redick's hand away and all that stuff. I mean, duh.
He
Yeah, I'm like, yo, who does that? You just knocking it away
I
like,
mean, Robert Horry threw a towel in his coach's face. He threw
yeah,
one
I
in Danny
know.
Ainge's face.
I know. You
And
have
he got
certain
traded
people.
after that too.
Exactly. Latrell Sprewell, he got messed up after
Well,
he
that's a
did his
different
thing.
story, man. That
He
man choked his
his
coach
coach.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah, he choked the guy out. That's a
but
little
I'm
different when you choking a guy out.
hey, you still doing something. Like there's certain guys that do certain things, but Luka Dončić, he
I
just
mean,
seemed like
Vince
he got an
Carter
attitude problem.
body slammed his coach. We know about that.
Did he?
Yeah,
He
he
body
did.
slammed his coach. I
Yeah, he
didn't know about
did.
that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, when he was with the Raptors.
Oh,
I think it was Butch Davis that he body slammed.
yeah,
Yeah, they
I
got
didn't
into
know
an
nothing about
argument,
that.
and then Vince slammed him in front of everybody, and
Hmm.
then the coach walked off mad. It was either Butch Davis or Sam Mitchell, one of them two that he body slammed in
Ooh, I
front of
don't see
everybody.
him
I
body
don't
slamming
think
no
he body
Sam Mitchell.
yeah, I don't think he body
Nah,
slammed Sam Mitchell.
I don't
Yeah,
see
it
that.
was one of them two. Imma
I
look it
don't
up.
see that.
While we
You
Yeah.
had to
talking about
pull
people
that
with
up.
bad
Cue
attitude,
that up. I gotta see.
He
Ain't
body
no
slammed
way he
Sam
body
Mitchell.
slammed Sam Mitchell.
I'm pretty sure
No.
because
He might
it's either
have.
Sam Mitchell or Butch Davis because
I think it
Jalen
was
Rose is
Butch.
the person that told the story.
I think it was Butch Davis.
I'm gonna look that up, but are we talking about bad attitudes? You know who got
Yeah.
yes, it's Sam Mitchell.
He body
It's
slammed
Sam
Jalen Rose
Mitchell?
Sam?
told the whole story. It was
Dang.
Sam Mitchell. He
Wow.
slammed him in front of everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Sam Mitchell, hey man, that's a pretty
Yeah.
tall, big dude. He used to come to our
Nah,
restaurant
Sam
all
Mitchell,
the
Yeah,
time.
in the
Shout out to
locker
Sam
he
room.
Mitchell.
don't take no stuff either though. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, he is an
he be
older
getting
man
mad
too,
easily.
or
He was
whatever.
old by that point.
Yeah, he was older though. It wasn't like he was gonna beat up Vince Carter, but
Right.
still.
No, that man had been playing since like '86, and this is like
That's true.
2005.
I don't know. See, we don't know these people, like personally or whatever. Mitchell just seemed like a respectable older dude or whatever
I
that you
didn't
wouldn't do that to. But
I didn't see him on NBA TV get with the host. I don't know if y'all ever
Yeah,
seen
but
that
that's in
clip.
a studio, man. You can
yeah,
do all that wolf
that's
talking in the
different.
studio.
And
That's
then
true.
it don't come on now. Just because you got at somebody don't mean somebody ain't get at you.
Right. And this man had been playing since '85. This stuff happened in like 2005. He was kind of
Yeah.
past his prime at that point.
So just think, he was a grown man in '85, and then did just happen in 2005. So he was old. We were
Yes, I
kids in
mean, like
'85.
I said, he used to come into our restaurant all the time. He was a really
Yeah,
nice guy. Him
yeah,
and my dad got along very well. So he was a cool dude. But at the
yeah,
same time, that don't mean somebody can't slam you. And you gotta think Vince Carter's what his same height, and young.
yeah. Think about this, Don. Think about this.
Yeah.
We were like babies, kind of. You know what I'm saying? We were young in
Yeah.
in
I get it.
'85. He was a grown man playing in the NBA. So he old in 2005.
Right. That's like you getting into a tussle with a youngster now, man. It may not go your way. You're
Right.
not a you're not a spry 23 anymore.
Man.
That's true. It's just
Yeah,
I
we're
get you.
I
talking
don't
about
know.
bad attitudes. Expert, what's up with your boy Deandre Ayton? We know Expert is the resident Laker fan. And
Yeah,
Ayton out here talking crazy, talking about he ain't Clint Capella. He should wish he was Clint Capella. Clint
exactly.
Capella get double doubles.
Clint Capella's had a great career. Clint Capella's really done a lot of good things in the league. DeAndre Ayton thinks he's better than what he really is. So this stuff that he's saying about all the touches he wants, and he was saying that same stuff when he was with Phoenix. He said that with Portland, and he's just not that good. He's just not good enough to. He's an awkward big man. He plays awkward. He's real stiff out there. He just needs to play his role and
Can't
calm
shoot,
down.
and he thinks he can shoot.
Yeah, he's not a shooter. He needs to play his role, man. He needs
It's
to get the rebound.
official, man, to me. DeAndre Ayton is a bust to me.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, yeah, most
He's a
definitely.
bust.
Busty bust.
Okay. To go that
He's on
go
what, his
that
third
from
or fourth team now? His third team.
Yeah, nah, bro.
Yeah, he's a
Nah,
bust.
he's a bust. I mean, he
Mhm.
went first overall
Yeah,
in 2018. That's not even that long ago.
yeah,
Okay. And you now like you're starting to become a journeyman and like
yeah,
Hey, he turned into Michael Olakandi, so huh?
yeah.
I mean,
How you gonna
I
have
don't think
Clint
it's gonna
Capella
happen.
name in your mouth? This man played 12 seasons of basketball and is still playing right now.
Yeah, and Clint Capella actually was a good player. I mean, he's older now and everything, we understand, but Clint Capella was actually a really good player, and he played his role real well.
He did.
You would be happy. He should be happy to be compared to a Clint Capella, even though he wasn't compared to that. He just brought Clint Capella's name up out of the air, like Clint Capella was just a nobody.
No,
Like
this man's
like
only
he
played for
like he
2
was just
teams.
trash.
Clint Capella's only played for 2 teams. Ayton on his 4th team.
It doesn't even matter how many teams they play for, because you can shoot. Chris Gatling,
Man, that dude was a
got
dog. One of my
yeah,
favorite players.
yeah. Chris Gatling was a dog. He played for different teams and stuff, but he was a dog. So it doesn't matter the different teams you play for. It's what you do when you're on those teams. And Clint Capella did his thing or whatever.
You
DeAndre
talking
Ayton,
about a guy consistently getting blocks, getting you a double-double, getting you 10 rebounds, 15 points or 20 points or sometimes consistently night in, night out. We
yeah,
cannot rely on DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton, for some reason, thinks he's a amazing three-point shooter like Chet Holmgren
Right.
or Victor Wembanyama, and he's not. He thinks he can shoot the mid-range. He can't do that either. And then the guy has terrible hands. He can't consistently even catch a lob.
yeah. That's the thing with the lob. Like, as big as he is, he's not even a lob threat.
Bro.
So
Right.
it's crazy.
They
The
were talking
nerve
about
of
this guy being
DeAndre
the
Ayton.
next athletic center, and he's not that.
Yeah,
The nerve. This man is the first round pick back in 2018 on his third or fourth team, not playing well at all. Okay. Is almost like a liability. They're just like, we don't know what to do with him type thing. And he talking about Clint Capella, who was drafted 25th overall,
Yeah.
okay, and has had really good career in regards to being actually a
Serviceable.
decent player on these teams. Like even when he played here in Atlanta, I mean, the guy was good. Like he was
a good
like
role player.
Yeah.
he was a good role player. He was a starter. Like he was decent.
And he was
and
key.
he's got the nerve. He's got the nerve to talk about I'm not a Clint Capela. Like it's just like it's funny to me. It's like he's another one with the wrong attitude.
This dude should be saying, "Hey man, Clint, you could teach me something." You know what I'm saying? He should wish he was a Andre Drummond. He ain't even that.
Yeah, exactly.
He not even a DeAndre Jordan in his prime. Because in his prime, DeAndre Jordan was a monster. He knew his role.
Oh, he was
rim run and block shots.
DeAndre Jordan was a beast on the
Catch
Clippers.
bodies and block shots.
He was on his prime with the Clippers, boy.
Oh man, he was a beast.
DeAndre Ayton has never been that. I mean, shoot, in his prime, what a Drummond rebound. The guy gonna get you 20 rebounds in a game.
Yeah,
dominate the boards, block shots. He's not even that.
Yeah,
I mean, you start to think about centers, you got to go way down the list. Even the current guys that say somebody is comparable to him.
Yeah, I actually think DeAndre Jordan, going back to DeAndre Jordan, I actually liked him on the Clippers more than Blake Griffin. I think he was more of a lob threat than Blake Griffin on that team. DeAndre Jordan was a beast. But
dog, he got the best dunk of all time that's going to live in
my goodness. Yeah.
We all remember that one.
That's better than all the Blake Griffin dunks put together, dog.
That's right in your it's right in your phone with the gifts too.
Woo, that thing was nasty too. He's like,
DeAndre Jordan.
To this day, when you watch it, you like, and you feel so bad for Brandon Knight, dog. His whole career is just being exploited over and over again. From Kyrie making him dance and making him fall down, and Chris Webber going, "Oh no!" And, you know what I'm saying? To now getting punished. It's like when you saw that dunk, it was like the Undertaker in wrestling. Like it was just dead body. It's over now.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Hey, but yeah,
bro, would you be embarrassed if you was Brandon Knight? Like, would you be embarrassed when people be like, "Ain't you that guy that got dunked on and Kyrie made you fall?"
Not if I still had the millions. From the NBA, I wouldn't be embarrassed. I'd be like,
I'll take that to get the money. Yeah, I get that. Whatever.
What do you say when your girl be like, "Oh, you got dunked on real bad"?
I'd be like,
she looking at the replay when you get home.
Probably, I mean, come on. Unless you dating like one of these like girls super into the NBA.
And they're not gonna care.
They're not gonna know that. Dog.
No, but even if they was at the game, they know you got embarrassed, dog. They know you got embarrassed.
Man, that was years ago, man. That was years ago. They don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Just don't Google me. That's what you say. Don't Google me.
That's the thing. You saying Google me. Do not Google me. Please don't.
Do not Google me. No, don't Google me.
They say, I mean, you an NBA player, man. If your girl talking like that a little too much, then she got a friend. So
hey,
you an NBA player, get a friend.
Say, how you think you got hired? Somebody else got laid off.
Exactly. You just had to get a friend at that point.
Yeah, man.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest, dog. For a certain amount of money, we would go to State Farm in the middle of everywhere and just let somebody dunk on you. Like, I mean, it's just what it is. For a certain amount of money, you would do that. Come on now.
If I'm getting...
here's the thing. Go ahead, expert.
No.
If you get dunked on like that, you got to get right back up, dog. You cannot be on the floor laying in the ground just like what happened. Like you got knocked out. You got to get right back up.
And and maybe
which is worse?
Which
is worse? You being dunked on, or they call you out there for a thing for you to shoot your shot, and then you tear your knee up, and then you falling on the ground. Which
you talking meniscus? They was doing the competition at the Hawks game. That's what you talking about. The dude tore his meniscus at the Hawks game.
That's crazy.
No, I think tearing your meniscus
to him, man.
Dog.
Yeah, that's worse.
That's worse, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, and then they had the nerve to be like, "Yo, he can't finish. I guess he ain't finished."
Yeah, dude tore his meniscus.
This is why I gotta ask expert because he got the one-liners, bro. If you out there and you calling that game and homeboy tear his knee up, trying to lay the ball up, what you gonna say? You the announcer.
Shoot, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
I don't know what I'm gonna say.
I'm be like, man, it sucks for him.
Y'all know y'all won't want me to be
medic.
Yeah, shoot, How did he get down there? Was it a raffle that he got down there?
Yeah,
no, like when they randomly
it was one of those they bring you out.
Yeah.
They bring you out to take a layup, take a shot. And,
but
I think they hadn't cleaned the floor up good.
No, I got that.
Bro, he just tore his leg up.
No, I got that.
Tore his leg up.
No, but listen, I got that, but to bring them down, usually they have a ticket or whatever, and they call your number. So for you to come down,
Yeah,
because
I
who
don't
did they pick?
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it was a random pick. He just got
yeah, how did he get chosen?
well, shoot,
So
I
you
don't
saying they
know.
knew the guy shouldn't have been out there?
No, what I'm saying is, how did he get chosen? Did they just choose a seat or whatever, or did he have a
This is a
ticket
good
and they
We don't
pick
question.
a
know.
number? Yeah,
Yeah, we don't
so
know.
so what I'm saying is, let's say if they picked a number from like a little raffle ticket that you had, and your number got chosen, if he would have tore his meniscus and I was an announcer, I just would have picked another number and had somebody come take his place. You know what I'm saying? It would have been
No,
just
it was
that.
like in the middle
You
of the
know?
game. They can't replace him at that point. The
These are
clock
very
was
good
already running
questions.
because it was like a layup. It was like a competition. When a person has to make a layup, they got to make like a free throw and a 3-pointer. Whoever does it wins the
Yeah.
competition. He tore his leg up on his first try.
Yeah. So
Right.
since it was right there, I
He
just would
had
have had
some
somebody
Jordans
else
on
come
too.
down and take his place.
No, they're not
Yeah.
gonna stop the competition for that.
I would have said, well, and got another person to come out and they can take his place and do it
Nah.
and they can win. And then he'll
You already
just,
know
Nah.
where I'm going. It'd have been like back in the day with hot sauce in them and all of that and the street ball. Oh baby, my guy just tore his knee up. He would not want me
man,
as the announcer. You know, I'd have made it worse.
that's my stuff.
I actually,
I mean,
I just would have got somebody
I'm
else.
sorry, bro. I'm sorry. But I actually know the dude, so I'm gonna ask you.
oh,
You know the guy?
I know the guy.
Oh no!
know
And then
him.
he was out there with a Jordan. Hey, shout out to him though, because he had the bread 13s on. I do remember
He
that.
did. He had the
He
Jordans
understood
on,
the
yeah.
sneaker assignment.
How much money was he gonna win? Some money or something? How much money was he gonna win?
I think
I
so,
just
or like
called him to
plane
make
ticket.
sure he was all. It was like something. It was I forgot what he was winning.
You a
but
They
bad
normally
you a,
win money or a Delta
I did
plane
check on him
tickets.
though. I checked on him.
you a bad friend, man. I swear.
You checked on him because you was
You
laughing at him.
terrible.
That's why you
Yeah,
checked on
you
him.
a bad
You
friend.
wanted to
I was
laugh.
not laughing. I was not laughing,
You
bro.
were just laughing on the show right now about him tearing his meniscus.
I mean, now that I know he's okay, it's all good.
He's
It's all good.
He might say he's okay because he's not dead, but he ain't okay. He tore his meniscus.
No, he not okay,
Like,
dog. That
come
dude's
on, man.
embarrassed, dog. That dude's embarrassed forever, dog. That's like top 5
Nah,
bloopers
I
of
don't-
all
I don't-
time.
Man,
Not
you a
everybody knows who he is. Not
You a-
everybody.
Yes, they do, dog.
You a
Yes,
terrible
they do.
friend, dog. I swear.
You think so?
So you
So,
called
everybody-
him
so
after he
you
got
think
the
he just walked through Atlanta and be, oh, you the guy that tore his knee up? No, you ain't gonna know who he is. I know who he
mean-
is, but you don't know who he is.
I
No,
gotta
bro.
go. I gotta go watch it.
dog? Come on, man. You know that man is super embarrassed, and you called that man. Hey, man, I saw you tore your knee up on TV. You all right?
And you
Nah.
snickering and laughing. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't call him. I texted him. I didn't want to do that.
See, that's even worse. That's even worse. Here, I'm about to see how many views. I just want to know. He tore his ACL, dog. This thing has
Tore his ACL.
500,000 views.
Ooh, yeah. People gonna know who he is.
There's another one, 40,000 views, and the NBA posted this. Not the Hawks, the NBA. This is from the NBA account.
Oh, yeah.
40,000. Another
You better-
account, 21,000.
He better take advantage of his little, 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, dog.
Nah, I don't think he did. I don't know. But he could have had a lawsuit. He could have, but I think he probably signed a waiver before he did it.
I'm sure he signed a
Probably
waiver,
smart.
dog.
Yeah, he signed a waiver.
That's what you should have called him and said, yo, man, you got a lawsuit, let me represent you.
Yeah, there you go.
See,
There
you missed
go.
the opportunity.
Nah.
But he done.
I don't want to tell too much, but let's just say he could
Yeah,
handle
yeah.
himself.
Got you.
Hey, let me ask
He
you
can
this.
handle
Let me ask
himself.
you this.
Yeah,
If you was an attorney, what you would have asked for in the settlement? I mean, what's the starting number?
For the embarrassment at top of my pain and suffering and my medical bills, shoot.
Dude, would have been a lot.
Yeah, because he tore his ACL, dog.
Man.
So that was a
Would
serious
it be in
injury.
the millions?
I would ask for definitely above $1 million. Definitely. Because I
So,
mean,
like,
with
two?
the medical, probably with the medical itself would probably be like 300 to 400.
Yeah.
Just the medical. So that's on top of it. So I'm asking for the rest of it is at least $1 million.
yeah.
Pain and suffering and embarrassment.
Pain and suffering, embarrassment, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But again, Hawks ain't stupid. They make those people sign waivers.
That's crazy, though. Could you imagine that you did something that the actual NBA account posted? That's pretty bad, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's worse than Brandon Knight, though.
But
Brandon-
I think they did take care of him though. Like it wasn't like we're sorry, but it was like something like you get season tickets or something like that. I don't know for sure,
Man,
but I'm
it better
sure
be
they
more.
did something.
There better be some courtside seats and free food forever, or a box, something like
Forever?
that. Yeah.
Forever? You think forever?
I better be sitting next to Boosie. If that's where I want to sit, I need to be sitting next to Boosie.
No,
with
you
my
don't want to be sitting next to Boosie because then everybody definitely gonna know you. Like,
Okay,
who the
and I need to be
He
sitting in
don't
the
wanna
luxury box
he don't
with
wanna
all
tore his
my homies,
meniscus.
and not just free tickets for me. I need 10 of them things for me and my boys with free food for life.
I don't think they're gonna do the for life thing. They probably did for a season.
At least for 2 seasons, bro.
Because for
It
life,
gotta be more than one.
they might as well just pay him some money. They gonna pay more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they ain't do that for life, dog.
Yeah.
They didn't do that for life.
Well, let's talk
No way.
about for life. For life, we need y'all to stick with us and like and share for life. That's what we need. We need y'all's support behind our channel. We're a small channel. We growing. We appreciate everybody that support us, to help us keep this thing going. And we got some more stuff coming. We got more episodes coming. We might even have some summer merch. Your boy been cooking up something. So y'all gonna see what time it is. Continue to like, share, subscribe. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.